Hi everybody, Shannon and Karen with Wandering Out Yonder. Today in our Getting Behind the Gears series, we're going to introduce you guys to a really cool little item that we have recently been trying out. It is called the Possum Gearstrap.
Now, something that's really interesting about this product right out of the gate for us was the young entrepreneur who is behind this. And when I say young, it is a young lady who is 19 years old. She just finished her first year of college. Her name is Zoe.
Right, so we thought the backstory on this cool little item was it was a cute story, and is very relatable. Shannon and I have been through this exact situation before. She says that when she was out camping with her family, which they used to do quite a bit year-round, family camping, they were in a terrible thunderstorm, and the middle of their campsite was flooded. And she started thinking about the possibility of somehow being able to get their items up off the ground so things would not get saturated during a thunderstorm. Now Shannon and I can relate to that because if you go back to one of our videos before,
Cooper's Rock in West Virginia,
yes,
we got caught in, there wasn't a dry thing that we owned.
And we actually did, same situation. We had a river running through our site.
Right.
I was actually kind of scared that our tent was going to float away with us in it.
It was, everyone has had those horrific camping trips.
Right.
However, Zoe learned from hers.
Right.
Which was
we didn't
really
learn
cool.
anything other than, I don't know what we learned. Don't camp in a thunderstorm. But anyhow, this kind of sprung into her idea of coming up with what she calls the Possum Gearstrap. Okay, so what we're going to show you right now is how this will arrive to you if you choose to do this. She'll send it to you in this cute little bag, and the whole getup is only around 5 ounces. Inside the bag you will get the strap, and this is made from recycled material. The buckle here on the end is a nice metal piece, and it's just a real simple concept. You'll also get 4 of the carabiners that are marked PossumGearstrap.com, okay, which is where you can find her Possum Gear straps. Okay, now there's a little story on the back of the bag that gives you a little bit of backstory and some ideas on what you can do with this. But what she's saying back here is it's a sturdy strap and carabiner, and it lets you organize up to 550 pounds of gear, keeping it at the perfect height for easy access. So what you would do is, and you'll see in the video what Shannon and I do with it, is you wrap this around a tree, strap it in place, use the carabiners to hang things off of the strap.
Right, and with 4, at first, the first time we used it, I was like, wow, Karen and I might each need one. And then it holds 550 pounds. You have 4 carabiners. So honestly, she had her family in mind, I'm sure, when she designed this. 4 backpacks, 4 chairs, 4 whatever. 550 pounds worth of gear being held up for 5 ounces of gear being carried. That's fantastic.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, so guys, stay tuned because you're going to see the video of where we did take this out on trail and we tested it out. I was very impressed. And we only used 2 of the carabiners, I think, maybe 3, when we were testing it out. But I could think of a million other things that you could hang off of it, maybe with other carabiners that you have. We're also going to show you some other ideas that we thought of afterwards as we were hiking through. We were like, well, this would be good for this, and this would be good for that.
The whole way down the trail, we're like, oh my God, I could see using it for this and using it for that. And we tried some of it when we got back to camp, that we'll show you guys.
All right, so stay tuned. We're going to share it with you. All right, so now Shannon's just going to show you how we're going to be using the Possum Gearstrap. She's got it with her in her bag. You can see how small the little bag is. How much did it weigh, Shannon?
5 ounces.
5 ounces,
yep.
Okay.
Yep,
So,
and normally when we stop, I like to try to find a tree that has you know, like a little knob hanging off of it or something. I don't like to stick my pack down on the ground, especially, it just rained last night, so everything is wet, it's buggy, and anyway.
Anyhow, she likes to hang it off a tree.
Like to hang it off a tree, that's right. So when there's nothing like that available, this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and like she said, it only weighs about 5 ounces.
Right.
So you could probably find multiple uses for it. But anyhow, she's going to pull it out and show you guys how to use it. All right, so she's got it strapped around the tree. All right, now Shannon's going to show you a close-up of how to attach this to the tree.
So we took it off, but yeah, we're just going to do a replay here. I mean, it's super easy. So you push the button, you feed it through, get it as tight as you want it, and you can tell it's not hurting the tree. And then that's it, it's ready to go. And then to take it down, it's just as easy. You push the button, pull it back out.
And that's it. And show them that little piece that you're pressing on.
Yeah.
All right, so she's talking, when she's saying the button, she's talking about this piece right here.
Yeah, the lever.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah,
super easy and super quick. It's actually going to take me the longest to stand here and roll it back up.
And this is metal, by the way, just so you know. It's not a cheap plastic piece, and it's a nice heavy-duty piece of nylon, I'm guessing.
And that's probably most of your 5 ounces right there.
All right, so Shannon has hung both of our packs. My pack right now weighs about 11 pounds. Shannon's much lighter. She didn't carry a whole lot with her on this trip.
No. I can see this being fantastic because, like I said, I don't like to put my pack on the ground. It makes it so everything is, you don't have to bend over to get in your pack, which is a bonus. For Karen and I constantly dig through our packs looking for stuff. So yeah, I can definitely see using this.
All right, cool. So I can see that being really useful too, like you could hang your jackets off of it. You know, if you had wet gear, you could hang it off of it.
Your shoes.
Your shoes,
if
yeah.
you needed to hang your shoes up to dry, yeah.
And that would be a really cool piece to have with you.
Yeah. And this, I mean, look, it could go around a super big tree.
Yeah.
I mean,
she gives you plenty of room to wrap around trees.
Right. So,
here on the East Coast anyhow, right?
Right. So here's another super handy purpose that we found for our Possum Gearstrap. We just got back from the showers up at the bathhouse, and we don't have anywhere to hang our stuff other than in the van. So we came down here, we found 2 trees, wrapped it around, and as you can see, got my towel drying back here. Karen's towel drying right there. That's just going to be a bonus. We always like gear that has multi-purposes, and again, this thing will take up no room in the van. 5 ounces. There's another purpose we'll be using ours for.
So another way that we have found that we would probably be able to use our strap, you see we have it around the tree here. So we've set up our cook station out here at our campsite, and instead of me having my pots and pans in the van going back and forth, I've brought everything out that I might be able to use for this particular meal that I'm making tonight, and we could just hang everything up here and it won't take up a lot of space.
So we have just expanded our cooking area. Since we are in the van, we cook outside. And Karen's got her kitchen set up out here, and everything conveniently where she needs it.
Right. All right, everybody. So we showed you a couple different ways that we've been able to utilize the strap, and we think it's a pretty cool idea. And it's something that we're going to hang on to.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably clip it to one of our backpacks when we're hiking, keep it in the van when we're not hiking. So yeah, we found a lot of uses for it. So anyhow, if you guys are interested, check out Zoe at
PossumGearstrap.com. I will put the link below, and let's throw that young lady a little bit of support if you're interested.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us today on the Getting Behind the Gear series, and this is definitely something that we can get behind the gear on, guys. We'll
Absolutely.
See you later.
See you later, guys.